Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to Life from This. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to be talking about something exciting that happened to me on Friday. I actually made it on the Hodinkee website. They were doing a series called My Watch Stories, and My Watch Story, which I submitted to them, was actually featured on their first release of this series. I was super excited on Friday, and I thought I would just show you guys the article. I'll be sure to put up some images or video of the article, but I thought I'd talk about that, give you some more insight on the watch that I actually spoke about, and then I'm super proud of the fact that I was able to make it on Hodinkee. Hodinkee has been a real force within the watch industry, but also just a really big part of my watch journey as a person. Hodinkee, if you are watching this, I've said thank you so many times, but thank you so much for featuring me on your website. It's a true honor, and I'm so glad that I was able to share my story with a lot of the watch lovers that are out there. So the article, like I said, the article was part of a series called My Watch Story, which essentially Hodinkee opened it up to all of their readers and said, you should submit a 2 to 3 minute video to us explaining a very significant watch in your watch collection and tell us a story about it. This is kind of a iteration off of their series called Talking Watches, where they interview some very prominent collectors, people who have very interesting stories, both personal stories but also interesting watch stories, and they kind of speak about their watches. And I think they essentially wanted to do that, but for the readers of Hodinkee and those who are really just enthusiasts of watches. So they picked 5 stories for this Friday's episode. They were going to release a bunch of episodes over the course of, I don't really know how long, but they were going to release a bunch of these articles, and I was one of the individuals who was part of this story. So the article is titled 4 Generations of Watch Gifting, a Rolex Received After Playing with Clapton, and a Beloved Seiko 5, and more. My story was the 4 generations of watch gifting, which I was super excited about. I'm actually in the thumbnail, which made me really excited as soon as I saw it on the Hodinkee website. I was also one of the first story, which was super cool for me. And the watch that I spoke about was this Tag Heuer Link caliber 16 chronograph. I was super excited to be on it, especially because of what this watch means to me. If you don't know, if you haven't seen the article or seen the story, this watch was a gift from my parents to me when I graduated from high school. I'm actually the 4th Norbert in my family. Norbert the first was actually the person who started this tradition of when you graduate from high school, you receive a watch. And essentially the message when you receive your watch is, this is for you to take with you to create the life that you want, and to create an interesting life of adventures. And that is something that this watch obviously holds for me, but also I will say that this is also very significant because it reminds me of the life that my parents gave me when I was growing up. And I said it in the video, but I would definitely not be who I am if it wasn't for my parents. So that's kind of like the backstory of this watch, and it's kind of spoken about in the video that I made, as well as the article that they wrote. It was really cool because they had I sent them a picture of the watch on my wrist, as well with the Elgin pocket watch that belonged to my great-grandfather, and it's cool to see them side by side and to think, I believe that pocket watch is from the 1930s, so we're talking about 90 years later, 90 years difference between this watch and that pocket watch, so it's pretty cool. There's also a picture of this watch with a Bucher envelope. This watch was actually purchased from Bucher, as was all of the watches that are in my family that my siblings have. That's a really special picture for me because when I think about growing up, I remember Freie Straße, which is in Basel. I grew up in Basel, Switzerland. There's a street called Freie Straße, which has got a lot of nice shops in it, and Bucher is on Freie Straße. And I remember going there with my father when he would, pick out a Christmas gift or a watch or something like that. And it just has a lot of sentimental value to me, so I wanted to make sure that was known. There's some really cool stories here as well, like the Seiko 5 and the Rolex from the gentleman who got the Eric Clapton watch. So I'll put a link in the description to this article so you can actually read them and watch the videos. So it was really cool to see that I actually was on Hodinkee, just Hodinkee itself. I then saw on Instagram that they actually posted a picture of all the watches that were included in this story. which was super excited to see. I was super excited to see my watch on Hodinkee's Instagram, because obviously Life on the Wrist is on Instagram. You should go follow us at Life on the Wrist. But it was really cool to see them, the fact that they had posted something on Instagram of my watch. So that was super exciting. And then later that night, I was on YouTube and I saw that they actually posted my watch story on their YouTube channel. So that was even more exciting, and I'm sure it's probably in the side panel for recommended videos, so be sure to check that out. I'll put a link in the description to the Hodinkee's YouTube video of my watch story. I've said it again, I've said it a couple times, but I am truly honored to have, one, been chosen to be part of my watch stories, but also to have been on Hodinkee's Instagram, Hodinkee's website, and to be on their YouTube channel. I'm not going to say that I'm like Alfredo Montanari or John Goldberger being on there, but he is an idol in the watch industry for me, and it's really cool to be on Hodinkee's YouTube like Alfredo Montanari. So yeah, again, it's a true honor to be on there. I hope I kind of colored in a couple of the lines when I gave you a little bit more details about this watch, but yeah, it's a very, very special watch to me. It's also a really, really comfortable watch. The link line had to do with their creation of this very interesting bracelet, and it's very, very comfortable, which is something I really like. Yeah, it's just a beautiful watch, and I'm so proud to have it. I'm sure a lot of you probably are new to Life on the Wrist. You probably are stumbling across this video because you saw me on Hodinkee, so I want to thank you for making your way over to my channel, but also I do discuss watches on this channel. I'm truly a watch enthusiast, so if you like videos where people talk about watches and have a real passion for watches, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It really does help us out grow, and I love creating this community around my channel. I've been kind of uploading videos quite consistently for a little bit over a year now, and it's been a lot of fun meeting a lot of different watch enthusiasts and creating things that you guys are going to enjoy. We have some very interesting series that we do, like places to travel for watches, or learning about vintage watches. We also discuss quite recent releases. We also do reaction videos to specific videos that we see online. We basically do a lot of different things, so be sure to check out our other videos if you're interested. Also, we have a podcast. It's called Life on the Wrist, same as this channel. We don't really have a cadence of how much we upload there, but it seems to be about once a week we upload videos there, so you can check that out as well. And yeah, we have a website. It's www.lifeonthewrist.com, so check that out as well. We have something coming soon. You'll probably see it if you meander over to our website. Yeah, it sucks that I had to do all those shout outs, but I want to make sure you guys know that where we are. All our socials are in the description as well. I'll put a link in the description to this Hodinkee article, as well as the YouTube video that they uploaded for my watch story. And yeah, that's kind of all it is. Be sure to hit the like button for us. It really does help us out and get this to people who are interested in these types of videos. And with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.